So I don't normally do boxing, but Gervonta Tank Davis has announced at the end of his press conference for his fight with Lamont Roach next year that he will be retiring from boxing in 2025, which is next year. And his reasoning for it makes me respect him so much more. And I already respect him a fuck ton because he's one of my he is my favorite. He's one of my favorite boxers, and I'm a huge fan. I'm a huge Gervonta Davis fan. I love what he's done. I love how he entertains both inside the ring and out. I love how he's very powerful as a boxer and very skillful too. And it's a combination of the two that has made him undefeated and undefeated against so many talented and strong and dangerous boxers. So I respect him, and I respect him all the more for his reasoning. His reasoning was that boxing, in his words, is trash. His words specifically were, "This shit is trash," referring to boxing. I wouldn't call it trash overall. It has a very rich history, many great fighters. It is like the original version of the fight game. The fight game has obviously evolved since then, but you still have to honor the ones who paved the way. And like I said, it's a very rich history, and it's a very a very respected sport. You know, the sport is dying. I've said it many times. I will stand by that. I think boxing is definitely dying, and I credit Gervonta for seeing that because he's one of the first boxers who started to notice, and it says a lot when you're able to realize when your own fucking sport is dying, or is trash in general. So, you know, and there's many reasons for boxing being the way it is right now. One of the main driving forces for me saying that it is dying is the fact that boxing has become so much more about everything else but boxing. Boxing is about music now, about movies, about drama, about, you know, social media, about followers, about likes, and not actually about what it is. Boxing. It's not about fighting anymore. And Jake Paul has been a huge fucking nail through the chest of boxing, and it's just kind of sinking in deeper and deeper. Excuse my you know, the word is escaping me, but my man, I can't think of the word right now. My gory reference, the nail through the chest. I'm just trying to relay how fucking serious Jake Paul's desecration of boxing has been. And it's not just Jake Paul. You know, they have this misfits thing where they're bringing all these internet celebrities and YouTubers to the ring, and they're all fighting, and we could just all fight now, and we don't have to have fucking years of training and expertise and a reputation and honor and shit like that. Fuck all that. Just take somebody off the street, give him some gloves, and point at somebody for him to fight, record it, and you got a fucking boxing match, you know, and a legendary one at that. So what I'm really saying is boxing is dying. It's been dying for a while, and just props to Gervonta for noticing it because, like he said, the sport is trash right now. And Gervonta seemingly doesn't want to be around it for much longer. He's looking at retiring in 2025. He says he wants to fight at least 3 more times in 2025. One of which he kind of lightly referenced to a rematch against Ryan Garcia. That would be nice. But, you know, if I were to give you my prediction for the 3 fights Gervonta has in 2025, I can give you 2 of them. Ryan Garcia and Jake Paul. I don't know who the third one is. Maybe Sean O'Malley. I think, you know, Gervonta Davis is going to kind of gravitate outside of boxing as he finishes up his boxing career. He's still going to box, but when I say gravitating outside of boxing, I mean like he's going to start fighting non-boxers who are still, you know, high level and will garner a lot of money in the fights. And two of those people are Jake Paul and Sugar Sean O'Malley. So yeah, this is just kind of like a appreciation video for Gervonta, because this really surprised me when he said this shit. I was watching his press conference against Lamont Roach for their fight in March of 2025. And then I said, fuck it. And I watched the interview session after the press conference. And Gervonta just said it, you know. And he also kind of vaguely said it during the press conference, because the promoter asked Gervonta whether, like, what he sees himself doing in 2025, like what his plans were. And all Gervonta had for a response was like, I'm out of there, or some shit like that, you know, something like, you know, I'm gone. So it's very cryptic. And, you know, a lot of people were trying to get some more, trying to get a better response, you know, some more detail from that. And Gervonta finally gave it, you know, at least he was able to give it after the press conference. But yeah, he sees himself retiring in 2025. And like, I don't normally cover boxing, but Gervonta, like I said, I'm a big fan of him. And I do consider his fights to be very entertaining. So I think, you know, he definitely deserves a analysis, you know, especially on what he just said. So yeah, I respect him for this. He's made his fucking money already. He's already a multi-millionaire. His grandchildren will probably not have to fucking work, or will definitely not have to fucking work. But yeah, Gervonta is eyeing retirement, and he's very young. He's still very young. And it's just good. It's good. Boxing is a dangerous sport, way more dangerous than MMA. You could look it up why. You know, the boxing gloves are thicker. The brain is bouncing around more with boxing. It's just a more dangerous sport than MMA. In MMA, you can get more cuts, you can break more things, obviously, but it's the brain damage that's really a primary concern, and it should be, because if the brain is going, you're going. So, yeah. Overall, I'm proud of Gervonta for this. It just makes me more of a fan, because now I'm seeing, you know, added on to him already being a smart boxer, a powerful boxer, very entertaining boxer, both in and outside the ring. He's also self-aware, and that makes him a human. That makes him a person, you know, because a lot of the time, fans will see boxers or fighters as just fighters and not people. But Gervonta is actually fucking smart, and he's smart enough to realize that his sport is going out the window. So he's gonna make his money and do the dash. That's really great for him. And I think it is a mindset that many boxers should adopt. I don't think they will. I don't know where the sport of boxing is gonna go soon, but it definitely ain't going up. Okay, UFC is rising. MMA is getting more and more popular. Not even just MMA. You got grappling and slap fighting and shit like this. And it is what it is, honestly. So yeah, props to Gervonta for eyeing retirement, and an early retirement at that, and realizing where his sport is headed. You know. So let me know what you think. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. And most importantly, subscribe. I love you guys, and I'll see y'all in the next.